What's good, YouTube? This is Nate from the Scrub Academy, and today we are going to be covering my Fluffal deck post-Fusion Enforcers. Now, that's the next structure deck coming out. A lot of people are going crazy over the Eidolons. I really don't care about that. I don't care about Zodiacs coming out in February. I don't care about any of that kind of bullshit. Today we are covering Fluffal. It's one of my favorite decks. It's the first deck that I ever came back to after I took my hiatus for 7 months. Really super cheap deck. There's only a few cards that are expensive, quote-unquote expensive. There are cards that are more expensive than these, so I don't know what people are talking about with expensive. Anyway, this is my deck that I made for post-Fusion Enforcers. This is what I've been testing. There are a few cards that are coming out after this. One of those being, we'll take a look at it right now, Fright for Patchwork. Now, Fright for Patchwork is an amazing card. I think it's coming out in the Dimension box, I believe. I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked it up. I think that's where it's coming out of. Anyway, with this card, you can add one Polymerization and one Edge monster from your deck to your hand. You can only activate once per turn. That's fine because that's all you really need. One of these in hand, after you add it from chain, super busted. And the deck just kind of goes off from there. Anyway, let's go ahead and cover the deck for you guys. I have posted other YGOpro decks for this in the past couple of days. We've been covering it, obviously, with the Build My Deck series. But today we're covering it. I think this is a finalized version for it. I did make a few changes in it, and we're going to see how it works today. So first off, we have our 3 Fluffal Dog. Fluffal Dog, obviously, got to play a 3. It's the structure of the deck. It's everything going for you. You have the 2 Fluffal Penguin. It allows you to special summon a Fluffal from your hand. So usually you do that, and then special summon a dog, add whatever you need to go off from there. I didn't realize how good this card was with its secondary effect, because when you use it as a fusion summon, you can draw 2 cards and discard 1. You have a lot of bullshit in your hand you don't care about, obviously, in this deck, and you can just draw 2, push further into your deck, get rid of some bullcrap, or throw wings to the grave, whatever you really feel like doing at the time, and go from there. So that's really good. We have our 3 Fluffal Bear and our 3 Fluffal Wings. People are trying to cut Fluffal Wings to 2. I'm not sure why. You're stupid. These cards right here make the deck. Without Fluffal Bear and Fluffal Wings, without Fluffal Wings, honestly, this deck was nothing back in the day. This deck was nothing. You couldn't really do anything at all with it. Once Wings came out and you got that draw power going with it, oh, it was so good. We have our 3 Fluffal Mounts. These are actually coming out for the Patchworks when they come out. We're probably going to throw in 2 at least. Figure out space for something else. But you don't really want to use this card, honestly. You draw 2 in your hand, it's kind of pointless. They end up just being used for fusions and you just dump them from your hand. I would rather draw into it with the factory, and then, or the toy vendor, should say. Draw into it with toy vendor, special summon it, and then use its effect, but I digress. Then we have the 1 Fluffal Octo, really good card coming out in the Fusion Enforcers. If you know what this card does, when this card is normal or special summon, you can target 1 Fluffal or Edge monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So that's super good. Special summon this card. I was playing 1 for 1 for a while, special summon this, but not worth it with these 2. We got the 1 Fluffal Cat. I never really was into this card. I hated this card, honestly. I thought it was pointless. A lot of people were playing it. I thought it was bullcrap. Till Fright for Patchwork came out. Now, once Fright for Patchwork comes out, this card is going to be so good because you're going to be using your polymerizations so quickly that you're going to want to be able to add them back to continue on with your gameplay. Next up, we got the 1 Fluffal Owl just to be able to add the polymerization. This probably is going to come out with Patchwork, although at the same time, Anti-Spell is a thing, as well as Cherry Beast, so it might stay in there because you can use it as a polymerization instead of adding, so that's pretty good. You got the 3 Toy Vendor here, 3 Toy Vendors makes up the deck. The 2 Sabers, people are saying you can just play 1. I play 2, that way you can banish 1 with Fright for Fusion. Now, really worry about it. You got the 3 Chain that we can get to your Fright for Fusions and your Fright for Factory. You have the 2 Fright for Fusions and then 1 Fright for Factory. You always want to add the Fright for Factory first before Fright for Fusions. Simple. Next up, we got the 3 King of the Swamp. People are saying they want to take this out for the Fright for Patchwork when it comes out because you can just add the poly with that instead. No, don't do it. No, bad. This card is so good because it can substitute in for the Fright for Sabers or the Edge Sabers or the Edge Chain. So super good card. Don't do it. I mean, you have so many ways to get to the polymerizations here. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have it in there? These cards are super important to the deck. Next up, we got the 2 Instant Fusion. We completely skipped over these. Polymerization, 2 of them. 3's Cloggy, 1's bad. Play 2. We got the 2 Instant Fusions here. 2 Instant Fusions, super good. Northern play, get your XYZs going. Anything you really need to do here. You can also bring out your sheep, do sheep play, polymerization with either of these guys, and then make your Sabertooth, special summon back to this, and then add your Fright for Factory, banish the Instant Fusion, polymerization again, blah blah blah. Anyway, you always want to go second, so 2 Maxi. If you have Maxi in your open hand and you're going second, you win. Your opponent's going to try and go off, you're going to activate the Maxi, and they either build a board or you win. They build a board, you add cards to your hand, you win. They stop what they're doing, you win. That's pretty much it. Then we have the 3 Twin Twister here. Twin Twister just to kind of get rid of all the back row before we try and go off, because you don't want to be going into a Tiger and then get a strike. It's just not fun. Now for the extra deck. We got the 2 Sabertooth, the 1 Kraken, 2 Wolf, 2 Sheep, 2 Tiger, and the 1 Norden. Now, moving on into the extra deck, before I was actually playing Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome. I love the cards, it was good. Because you could do Norden into Penguin, make Bahamut, make Toad. Flipping good, right? But then I realized that once people lose game 1 to you, and they know you're OTKing, they want you to go first, because you don't really have a turn 1 play. Turn 1 play for this deck was literally just make Fright for Sheep, hope they don't fuck you up. That was it. But now I'm playing the 1 Abyssal and the 1 Carnigorgon. I threw those in there for the Bahamut Shark and the Totally Awesome. I'm trying to test those out, see how that works. And then we got the 1 Castel, best rank 4 there is. And then we have the Utopia and Utopia Light, because those get over pretty much anything. Moving on to the side deck, nothing really big here. We got the 3 Destructions. We got the 1 Regeki Dark Hole. Those are pretty much for Zodiac, because they can really build a board, and this allows you to get over it. We got the 2 Winter Cherries. I'm not really sure why I have these anymore. These are pretty much a staple. I can probably take these out. We'll figure something out for those. So do something down for ABC and Cosmo and anything else that's going to be there. The 3 Dankos because fuck Paleozoics. 3 Effect Negation because we play no Effect Negation in the main deck. And then we have the 2 Lava Golem for those build boards. So that is the deck. Let's go ahead and test it out real quick, and we will see how it works. Okay, so we are finally here with our first duel of the day against Ifrai Boy. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Like I said, I just changed that deck around a little bit ago. I did some thinking for it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and test it today, see how it works out. I believe this is gonna be like the finalized version of it for right now. I don't really see us changing it too much until that dimension box comes out with the Fright for Patchwork. We did go ahead and lose the dice roll, or the rock, paper, scissors, whatever, the Rochambeau, but that's fine because most people are gonna choose to go first in this deck. And we don't want to go first. So, okay, so he did choose to go first. That's pretty good for us. We don't really have much going on here. He's playing Karakuris. Okay. So we'll see what happens with that. Probably playing like Karakuri ABCs. Or is he playing like pure Karakuri? Either way, we'll see how this goes. We do have 2 Vendor, not the best, but not the worst at the same time, because we can add and then pop and then do stuff. We can activate this, discard this, add Sabers. Activate this, add Poly with those, with this and this, pop with Tiger, activate this with, no, I'll probably have to do both of these actually, so we can use this effect, banish this, draw, send this, draw, and go from there. Then we can add Dog actually, and we can continue our play. I'm not really sure what he's going to be trying to do here. I mean, it's pretty simple with Karakuris, you just keep making the big XYZs. So we'll see what all he goes into and what we can stop and get over. Max, I think he can do like 3 XYZs, I think, with his deck, so we'll see. One of the hardest things to do with this deck is if you're like, or on YGOpro I should say, is just doing boards that are complicated, because it takes so much time, and you have this little timer up here, and the timer really screws with you, because sometimes I'll be doing plays, even with Fluffals, like Fluffal's first turn, like, you'd be doing all this hippy-dippy bullshit and stuff, and like, next thing you know, oh, time's up. Well, F me, right? Okay, so we did add that already, so I think we should be good. Let's go ahead. These guys don't have any like destructions, so let's just go ahead and activate King of the Swamp, add our Poly. See, people are like, oh, take it out of there. No, you want to keep that in there. So good. Okay, let's go ahead and activate Poly. Make Tiger with Sabers, Wings, and Owl. Activates effect. Pop all of this. Get rid of it. Bye-bye. We can activate our Toy Vendor now. Let's activate Toy Vendor and send Toy Vendor. Because, oh, we even got that. That's actually pretty good. Let's special summon that. Boom. Get that out there. Good. Let's activate Toy Vendor's effect here. We can add Dog. Where's Dog at? There's Dog. Good, 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 good. Okay, so now that we got that going on here, we can activate the Wings Engrave, banish that, and our Owl. The draw a card. We'll get rid of that. We got another Toy Vendor, that's fine. And then we can activate Toy Vendor's effect. Let's go ahead and let's add Penguin. Penguin's a pretty good card. Okay, now with that, we can actually tribute this to add the Poly back. We can activate our Instant Fusion to bring out our Sheep. Don't really care that it's in defense. We We can normal summon here. Add... What do we want to add here? What do we want to add? Let's add our cat. Now we can activate to bring out Sabertooth with this, cat, and penguin. Activate Sabertooth's effect, activate Penguin's effect, activate Cat's effect. We'll do Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3. Bring out our sheep. Penguin will activate to draw 2, and we can add our poly back. So there's that. So, boom. And then we don't need Twin Twister. Bring back our sheep. Cool. Next we can activate poly again for this, and we can send this, this, and this. Activate its effect. Summon Tiger. Bada bing, bada boom, OTK'd. So even if he gives up now, we did just OTK. We pooped on him. That's all there is to it. That was just, it was too easy. It was just pop your stuff and go off. I mean, yes, we did have amazing cards. But still, I mean, it was just amazing. Just seeing, like, the potential for the deck and just how it works. Like, even if they build a board, like, if you draw the Max C for a turn, it's even better, because if they try and build that board, you Max C. They either take that Max C challenge, you get so much card advantage in your hand that you just explode all over them, or they stop what they're doing, and then you explode all over them because they can't really do anything because they didn't build a board. But that is the deck right there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get one more duel in real quick for you guys. I'm kind of running out of time. Let's go ahead and get one more duel in just to make sure. Okay, so we are here with our second duel of the day. We are against Momtaz. We are going to lose the dice roll or the Rochambeau, but that's fine because we want him to go first anyway. We kind of have a trash hand here. We have Cat, Chain, Vendor, Instant Fusion, and Poly. Not that bad. Not that bad now that I've looked at it, but it isn't the greatest. So what we can do here is we can actually activate Instant Fusion to get out Sheep. If he doesn't negate it, okay. Get out Sheep. And we can Poly for Sabertooth. Or he's just going to Dimensional Barrier. Okay. That works too. Great. Does that mean that... Okay, it's still going to get destroyed, right? Okay. So, we'll just... I'm not really sure what I want to do here now. Set. Activate Toy Vendor. We'll discard the Chain to draw a card. Could have used that first. Anyway, we'll activate Edge of Chain's effect. Chain will add Factory because we do have a Poly in the grave now. And be able to add things back. And we'll just enter battle phase and then end our turn because that's all we can do. This will be destroyed. RIP. Okay. So anyway, his turn. Hopefully it doesn't do too much. I'm not too happy about that Dimensional Barrier, but nothing you can really do about it. Speedroid, whatever that is. And Speedroid, Den, Daiko, Duke. Okay. Well, I've never seen anybody play either of these. I've never seen anybody play any of the Speedroids besides Terror Top and Talkin' Tomborg. But, I digress. We'll see what happens here. They are both level 3 now. And he's going to Synchro out for this card attacks, defense monster, piercing, banish one machine, inflict 500. Okay. Discard in the graveyard, no cards. Okay, so I'm not really too worried about that, honestly. Not really too worried about that, honestly. If he ends his turn, that's super good for us. Okay. So there's that. We do have the Penguin now. That is actually really good. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we can activate this. We can activate Factory because we don't have anything in Great. We have a Chain, that's it. So we can't really do anything with that. This can be our substitute for the Poly. So we have this in Grave, so we can banish the Poly for these three. Is pretty much what's going to happen here. Then we'll draw. Activate the Factory. Actually, no, we can banish. Ooh, that's actually really good. So we'll banish the Instant Fusion. I forgot we completely had that for... We'll do Sheep. So we'll send this, and we'll send it all to... Oh yeah, we'll just send those to Grave. There's that. Great, okay, so then we can activate Cat's effect to add Poly back. Now we can activate Poly for Sabertooth with Sheep and Penguin. And then we can activate Sabertooth's effect, and we can activate Penguin's effect. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Another thing, people were getting mad at me online with my Chainlinks earlier. We actually want... We'll get rid of that. So there's that. So we have 28, 24. What can we do in Grave? Anything? We can actually do... We'll activate this, and we'll make... What do we got here? We got 6 on that, and then 4 on that, or we can just pop it. We'll do this. So we'll get rid of Chain, and we'll get rid of Owl. Special summon this. Okay, now we should be good to go. We'll attack with our Sheep first, because you can't activate anything when you attack. So he'll take 2 for that. He'll take 28 for this. And then he'll take 28 and 28. So that's game. Boom, look at that. Even with the trash hand, we still got it done. Great, so that is the deck for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to go back to the front of the video, you can look at what the deck actually looks like, because we did do the deck profile over it. But we did have these 2 just YGO gameplays for you guys, just to see what it looks like, see how it plays. By no means I am not the best Fluffal player in the world. I just love the deck. I love what it does. I love what it can do. I love the fusion factor of it. When I first started this game, I was playing with XYZ because I came in when XYZs were just starting out. I remember my first card I ever got from somebody. They helped me out because I was playing Agents. They gave me a got you, best thing in the world, best gift in the world, because it really got me going in this game. I learned just like the family factor of it, because you make friends in the game. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this deck profile as well as the gameplay, give it 2 thumbs up for me, because all your support is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button for me, share with your friends and family, because all your support is greatly appreciated. Like I said before, we are a small channel trying to grow. And next week, I'm building a brand new deck profile for you guys. So I'll be building a brand new deck for you that I've never actually played before. I've never really read any of the cards for it. It should be crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name is Nate from the Scrub Academy, signing out for now. Peace out.